Second down, 3. Giants ball in the Houston 44. We're approaching 3 minutes remaining in the third period. 87 yards for Johnson and 21 carries. Again, breaks away. Oh, miraculous balance. The balance of this man is unbelievable. You can't seem to knock him down.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video, and welcome to the Gridiron. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. It means so much to me. Thank you. If you give the video a thumbs up, or maybe share it, or leave a comment below, it would mean even more to me. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Well, some pretty much good news all the way around for the New York Football Giants. Start off with Shane Lemieux. Seems like he and the Giants, us, the fans, everybody, we all kind of dodged a bullet. And now I heard a couple of different things. Obviously he dodged a bullet, but one article read that he might miss maybe a couple weeks. But then I also read something that said, like, after practice today, Joe Judge said that he was kind of like day to day. So we'll have to wait and see. Joe Judge also did say in one of his press conferences that the day after it happened to him, he said he was in Joe Judge's office, like, yo, when can I get back on the field? Joe Judge said that Shane Lemieux, if he was a bear, or if he was caught in a bear trap or something, he said he'd bite his leg off just to get out of it. Now, Shane Lemieux may not have the greatest, capabilities as far as blocking and being a guard and all of that and whatnot. He's got some room for improvement. We gotta agree on that. All right, but one thing you gotta love his attitude. It's somebody you just pull for. If he does good, you really pull for him. Because somebody, he's just, man, he just likes playing football. It means so much to him. And if you can see him, getting better as time goes by, especially for us Giant fans, that would be absolutely fantastic. So I'm certainly pulling for him, and hopefully, we'll see him back here within a week or so, and that would be fantastic. And hopefully he doesn't get carted off the field anymore this year. Also on the injury front, Matt Parrott was on the field. Now he was having problems with his back, so. Keep your fingers crossed with something like that, because it's just back. You don't know exactly what it was. Was it did he pull a muscle? Is it something with the discs, or you're not gonna know. Hopefully it's nothing serious, because obviously a back injury can be very serious. So we'll keep our fingers crossed there. But he was back on the field, and Blake Martinez was off the COVID list. So he wasn't on the field or practicing or anything, but he's off the list. So cool. One thing was Lorenzo Carter. Apparently, something must have happened to him in practice. Something kind of apparently minimal, and it's kind of kept him from practicing. He was on the sideline as well too. It had nothing to do with the injury from last year. Apparently, just something happened within the past day or two, and it just kept him on the sideline. So hopefully, but other than that, I really didn't see anything, knock on wood, anything bad. Nobody went on the COVID list. Nobody got carted off the field. So and they're off tomorrow. So hopefully nobody gets injured tomorrow. But then the Giants, they keep bringing guys in. Whether you like Dave Gettleman, you hate him, this, that, whether we do good this year, whether we do bad, we're trying. We keep bringing guys in. You're never satisfied. Joe Judge says, Joe Judge said many times, I don't care if you're first rounder, second rounder, undrafted, I don't care where you came from. He said, we're going to put the best 53 guys on the field. So they keep bringing more and more guys in, to try to better the roster. So that's what they keep doing. So today they signed Todd Davis, is going to help in the middle linebacker position. Actually, I mean, he spent some time with the Broncos. He was on both middle linebacker positions, and he was also on the outside linebacker as well for 1 year. So he's flexible, but I mean, I don't think we're going to need him on the outside because I think we got a lot of guys out there. So, but if he's going to help, he's probably going to be in the middle. Now, because you got right now the top two guys, Reggie Ragland isn't there. And you got Blake Martinez just came off the COVID list, so he's not out there either. So Todd Davis can, get out there. Hopefully he's in solid shape, and hopefully he can start showing some stuff off, because he's a tackling machine. I mean, he's not the greatest on pass protection, pass coverage, shall we say, but very good at run defense. He had 248 tackles, combined tackles, in 2 years with the Broncos, 2018 and 2019. All right, 248 tackles for the Broncos. Last year he was with the Minnesota Vikings. I believe he had 34, 35 combined tackles last year, but he was only in there for a couple hundred plays. So I'm not sure. Obviously I don't follow. I follow the Vikings. I mean, to a certain extent, but I mean, why Todd Davis was only in there for a couple hundred snaps last year, especially because last year their defense was pathetic. I mean, it was shocking. I mean, it's usually Minnesota, if they wind up failing at anything, it's usually their offensive wise. Usually their defense is pretty solid, but last year their defense was horrible. And why Todd Davis was not on the field more, you got me. And why they did not re-sign him, you got me. I have no idea, but their loss is our gain. I mean, this guy's a tackling machine, and he can certainly help out without question. And if he's not starting, if he doesn't beat out Reggie Ragland, not beat out Blake Martinez, he's awesome. Hopefully he makes the team, he will be awesome. Quality depth, without question. Now the Giants also signed former Cowboy, all right, Joe Looney, all right. He was as a center. Okay, now he was on the field. Now Nick Gates was getting the snaps for the first team offense. Well, Joe Looney was on the field getting snaps for the second team offense. Because you got to remember, Jonathan Harrison is out. All right, I believe it's a hamstring with him. So, so we're saying quality depth. Now, does it mean he's going to make the team? No, but he's experienced. He's very good. He's good pass blocker, all right, and just quality depth. I mean, we're talking all pro, Hall of Famer here. No, just quality, nice depth. Okay, nothing super spectacular. All right, but if he makes the team, some quality depth. Okay. He spent the last 5 years with the Cowboys. All right, and now, as I said, he has some depth, but one of the things he has some familiarity with is Jason Garrett, all right? So we'll have to wait and see. Now, he's just kind of, middle of the road. I mean, last year, Pro Football Focus, right, graded out at a 50.7, all right? 2019, he was a 58. Okay, 2018 was a 53.3. 2017, he was a 64.2. And 2016, his first year with the Cowboys, he was a 69.9, almost a 70. Not too bad. Then he spent 1 year with Tennessee in 2015, graded out at 47.6. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. His first 2 years, he was with San Francisco. 2013, he graded out at 60.9. 2014, he was a 61.5. So, he did okay with San Fran. Then when he came to Dallas, his first couple of years there, he graded out in the 60s. The last couple of years, there he was in the 50s. I mean, last year was his worst year, grade-wise. With the Cowboys, he was a 50.7. So, but I mean, it's all. I mean, nobody's guaranteed to make the team or anything like that. But he's just gonna come in, compete. If he makes the team, have some nice depth. Right, but the big one I wanted to talk about was Austin Reiter. Okay, he's coming in. He had two. I forgot, it was the Texans and somebody else he was with. He had visits with, but so he's supposed to be coming in to see the Giants. Now, I mean, doesn't mean he's in the building and signing a contract. He's not on the field. He's coming in, so doesn't mean we're going to sign him or we're a lock to sign him or anything like that. But he's supposed to be coming in. Okay, now he's got some some nice things going for him, right? He's a center. He's 6'3", 300 pounds, right? He was drafted by the Washington Redskins in 2015. He was in the 7th round, right? Pick 222. He never got to play for the Redskins, all right? And in 2016, he signed with the Cleveland Browns. On October 2nd of that year, he got into his first game, all right? And he tore his ACL. He missed the whole rest of the next season. So then Cleveland waived him before the start, okay, of the 2018 season. So on September 2nd, 2018, Cleveland waived him. The next day, September 3rd, 2018, Kansas City Chiefs claimed him off of waivers, right? Now, they signed him for a 1-year deal in 2018, and after 2018 was over, they signed him to a 2-year deal, which is 2019, 2020. It was a 2-year, $5.5 million contract. Okay, so the 2 years is up. They let him go. They have somebody else on the right. They're keeping. Also, they let him go. One of I'm going to read this here real quick. One of his former teammates, okay, tweeted out. Mitchell Schwartz, okay, tweeted out. He said, "Someone needs to sign this guy already!" Big exclamation point after it. And Ian Rappaport says, free agent center Austin Reiter, most recently a starter for the Chiefs, okay, is headed to Houston to work out for the Texans, source says, but this was 3 days ago. Okay, so but there was another team he was going to go see as well too, but he was on the open market and nobody picked him up. A lot of it's got to do with also the salary cap. If the salary cap was another 15, 20 million, like maybe should have, then there's a good chance he might be on somebody's team. But it's just the way it is. There's some decent guys out there that finally getting scoffed up. So he never played with the Washington Redskins. Then he went to the Cleveland Browns. Then he went to the Kansas City Chiefs. So 2018, his first year there, he only had 268 snaps. All right, so he wasn't their full-time center. But, all right, his overall grade in 2018 was an 81.4. When was the last time a Giant graded out an 81.4 on offensive line? Huh? His pass blocking grade was an 81 that year. His run blocking grade was in the 78.7. So in a minimal action, he graded out very well. So that's why they signed him to a 2-year deal. Right? As I said, 2 years, $5.5 million, $2.75 million per year. Giants could do that. Giants could do that. Okay. Last year, with Pro Football Focus, all right, he graded out overall at a 69.2. His pass blocking grade last year was a 77.7. When was the last time a Giant had a pass blocking grade of 77.7, huh? His run blocking grade was a 60.9. So could use, to a little bit of improvement. Yeah, that's just last year though, but still 60.9 is a lot better than most of the Giant offensive linemen were last year. I can tell you that. But the big thing last year, okay, the last 2 years he played well over 1,000 snaps. Now last year, okay, he had over 1,000 snaps. All right, he graded out at 69.2, but he had no penalties and he didn't give up a sack. Huge. Okay, 2019. All right, he played in 1,250 snaps for the Kansas City Chiefs. He graded out at a 66. Okay, his pass blocking grade 79.2. Fantastic. All right, his run blocking grade was a 56.5. So his run blocking grade, his run blocking apparently could use a little bit of upgrade, but maybe if we sign him, maybe Rob Sale, Pat Flaherty can make him better, huh? So we'll have to wait and see. But the thing is, between Matt Parrott, with his back problems, he's back on the field, but back problems, have to wait and see. Keep our fingers crossed. Shane Lemieux has got his knee. Jonathan Harrison's out with a hamstring. All right. So if we were this Joe Looney made the team at center, if we signed Austin Ryder at center, Nick Gates could be a little more flexible. Maybe we know he can play tackle. Can we maybe move him out to guard? Who knows? But I mean, the thing is that at least they're bringing in some depth. I mean, I said not Joe Looney's not the savior of all, and even Austin Ryder's not the savior of all, but he had some pretty good, impressive blocking. His grades were pretty impressive and at very, very minimal price. And I mean, if worse comes to worse, at least we're bringing in some guys, some quality depth. Okay, and as the Giants, 3 guys are hurt, okay, on their offensive line, so the more depth we can bring in, the better. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!